Hi everyone, so today I want to do another review, and the fragrance that I will be talking about is Beautiful by Estee Lauder. So first I want to talk or I want to tell you of how I actually came across this perfume or how it piqued my interest and why I eventually got it. So one of my all-time favorite fragrances is Coco Fleur by Obigant, and I recently made a review of that fragrance as well, so you can go and find it on, or I will maybe link it in the description. So I noticed that Beautiful by Estee Lauder is highly voted to be similar to that fragrance. And when I really love a certain scent, I love to have it in like different formulations. I like to have a body lotion, a shower gel, shower oil, shower cream, body cream, deodorant. I like to have that fragrance in different products and different formulations. So Hobigant Coco Fleur does come in two other formulas. It's in like a Privé line, which is supposed to be kind of similar, but I think on their website they're stating that it's just like a better ingredient one, and then they have a pure perfume one, and I would love to have both one day. And they also have body cream, body lotion, and shower gel, and they used to also have body powder. And I have had all of those things, but just to mention, I would not recommend body lotion or to me, I would say, not that I don't recommend, but to me, the body lotion and the shower gel or body wash were not worth it because I just did not like the packaging. The packaging, it's like Pantene hair shampoo, and I think I don't like it when, you're for the price and what you're expecting, or at least I expect to really love a packaging as well, because, for the price, you're honestly also paying for the packaging, and to me it was not worth it. However, the body cream I would definitely recommend. It was beautifully scented, and it comes in a beautiful like screw up jar, glass container with the flowers that are on the same kind of flower design that it's on the fragrance bottle. So that product I would recommend, and also like body powder, but it's I the last time I checked, or I've been checking out for that product for a while now, maybe for a year, and it was never available. So I don't know if it will come back or it's discontinued. I don't know, but I would recommend those two things. However, I don't know, to use a body powder, it's maybe a little bit old-fashioned, but that's exactly why I liked it. And I also learned to like, I found my own reasons of why I like it, despite just being, like an old-fashioned thing to do. But anyway, so when I heard that this fragrance, Estee Lauder Beautiful, it's supposed to be similar, it piqued my interest, because in my mind, if it's just a little bit similar, but I really love that scent profile. To me, it's worth it. And I basically got it without trying it. I later remembered while I already got it, and in my mind I was like, I'm purchasing this perfume without ever trying it. I remembered I tried it once in the duty-free shop, but I sprayed too many fragrances. And I remember just kind of okay, like liking it at the beginning, but I didn't really, know or knew how it smelled. So to me, this is pretty, or it was a pretty new fragrance to try. So, first, let's speak to the fact, is it similar to Eau Picante Coca Fleur? In my honest opinion, no. Not at all. I want to say even not at all. It's similar in a way that it's a highly floral fragrance with a woody, earthy, kind of mossy tone or base note. But that's about it. To me, the florals are completely different than in Eau Picante. To me, this is closer to Amarish or even Giorgio Beverly Hills. It's more similar. All of those three fragrances have a completely their own individual scent, but in style, to me, they're similar to those three fragrances, or two, which did I mention? So, Amarish and Giorgio and Beautiful are more similar to me to each other than Eau Picante Coca Fleur. To me, Coca Fleur, it's completely different. And another thing that I was looking at before I got this fragrance, I like to go, and I don't really like to read reviews, but I do like to look at the notes, and I like to watch if they filmed an advertisement or ads like posters. I like to look at that and see what kind of vibe I get, and I did that with this fragrance as well. And I also I wanted to say I also look at who the perfumer is, and I was really surprised to see that the perfumer is Sophia Groisman, and her fragrances, I have a lot of her perfumes, and I really, really love her fragrances. Her style, to me, she has it's called Sophia Groisman Accord, I believe, and it's basically her fragrances are very connected. If you smell three fragrances and two of them are from her, I feel like you would be able to pinpoint these two are kind of similar. They kind of have a similarity, and I love her style. So I was even more excited to get this perfume because she made it, or she was the perfumer behind. So yeah, this, I want to show you the box first because I do think that this color is so beautiful, and I think I want to do it with flash because it might be easier for you to see. But it's this beautiful red pink with a lot of red, maybe I would say, maybe even a little bit of orange in it. I don't think this lighting is making any favors of how beautiful this color is, but go and look at the pictures online. and it also has like this shiny finish, and I think it's really, really beautiful, as the name suggests. And this comes in eau de parfum, and I think this is the only size available for this fragrance at this time. In the past, I also saw like on the adverts the pure parfum, and the bottle was a little bit different for the pure parfum. Very beautiful as well. So yeah, this is the box, and then we have the bottle, which is pretty simple. I like simple bottles. I don't mind a simple design. I do also love like very more like romantic and kind of whimsical, if you will, bottles. Like I always like to say like Lolita Lempica. It's like a good example of very over the top but still to me appealing bottle designs. So this is the bottle, and the sprayer, it sprays like pretty good. I won't be spraying in here because the first thing I want to say about this perfume is it's very, very potent. So it's nothing like Obicon in terms of smell, but it's in terms of longevity and potency and how floral it is. Yes, that's similar. Scent-wise, no. Scent-wise, it, like I said, it kind of reminds me more so of Amarish, but I would not say it's similar. It's just this. It's kind of very sweet floral and a little bit fruity. In this, I don't necessarily pick a certain flower. If I had to pick a flower that I smell the most, it might be tuberose, but like a very sweet, fruity tuberose. And then ylang ylang and carnation, because it does have a little bit of, or I don't actually know if it's carnation or labdanum. I feel like it also has labdanum. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking, I can't remember the name of the flower. I'm not sure if it's labdanum or galbanum, maybe. I'm sorry. I looked it before I started recording, but I forgot. I'm sorry. English is not my first language, so I'm trying really hard here to remember the words and just speak from, my head. So I'm sorry about that. But it does have, despite it being like fruity and very, very floral and sweet, it has something a little bit bitter and dry underneath. And I think this is the aspect that makes this fragrance very, very classy. And it stands out. It stands on its own. Like I said, it kind of reminds me because of the fruity and floral sweetness of Amarish. Then because of the tuberose and the kind of mossy, bitter base note, you could kind of say it's similar to Giorgio, but different. Scent is different. Just those aspects you can compare. So yeah, it comes off very classy to me. It almost has, I would say, still very playful, like a very playful but classy, and it's very sweet. The florals and the fruity, I don't know if there are any fruits. I forgot about if there are any fruit listed. It's very floral, but it comes off fruity almost. And very, very sweet with depth, with that bitter, mossy green depth that makes this kind of fragrance more elegant, I would say, And